Hello everyone, how are you? Today I'm going to tell you a couple of things about NoFap journey, and I also I'm also going to talk about my relapse. As you remember, I published a video about my day zero, my relapse. You know that I relapsed a couple of weeks ago, and that relapse didn't stay there, and I relapsed after that a couple times more. And today is my day five, and I want to share some recommendations and experiences about NoFap journey. First of them is I'm sure you will think about relapsing because I know from my experience, my own experience, that you think how watching porn is gonna uh, be so much pleasurable, and masturbating to that is gonna make you feel good. And that's true from a perspective, but it's just gonna last uh, a little time. It's not gonna last forever. It's just gonna make you happy for maybe one or a couple hour, maybe just one day. But after then, um, after your relapse, a couple days later, you will feel like shit, and that's true. But when your testicles get get full with semen, your brain tells you to evacuate it, and it's a pleasurable thing which is hardwired to our brain, but we gotta deceive our brain not to masturbate because it's not gonna do any good to us. You should keep in mind that relapsing is just going to make you happy for a little time, and there are some drawbacks. I mean, not drawbacks, but there are something that's gonna seem like disadvantage in this journey, but they are not. For one of them is depression. You will surely feel depressed during your NoFap journey because you are used to do something. You are used to masturbating to porn, and this cycle is not so easy to break, but you should break it. I went 59 days without porn and masturbation, and those times were like I never how can I say, though that process was like uh, was like that. I don't do NoFap at all. I mean, I didn't feel the pressure of uh, abstaining from porn. Of course I got some urges, but those urges are not so strong because when you go for uh, maybe 2 weeks, after then your willpower gets strong and even stronger. And even if you go for 90 days, maybe you will think that the collection of semen in your testicles will push you to masturbate, but it's not true because, like I said, your willpower it's gonna be more, it's gonna be even stronger after a couple weeks. so you gotta be patient about it. You shouldn't quit NoFap just because you feel some urges to masturbate, and your depression is not permanent. It's temporary, and there is last thing I want to talk about, which is you will think that there is nothing to get pleasure from life without porn and masturbating, but that's also not true. That's also the deception of your brain, which should, I mean, we are hardwired to reproduce, and this reproduction is maintained by our sperms, and I mean, this reproduction is meant to produce babies. And when you look at porn and masturbate, your brain thinks that is reproducing, and it is producing babies, but it's not true. We are not in the Neolithic age, and so we should be aware of our modern age, and we should not be deceived our how can I say, we should not be deceived by our brain's basic needs. That's a basic need, but we gotta um, we gotta provide our sexual needs by real sex, not from a not from a artificial, not from a how can I say that? What was that? Not by a cyber sex. Watching porn a mean of is a mean of is a means of cyber sex, and it should not be facilitated, because it's just a trap. It's just gonna last. Its pleasure is just gonna last for for a short time, and there are so many things to get pleasure from life. You should be aware of that, and by knowing this, you will get the real sex. That's what I was gonna talk about in this video, and I want to say sorry about my mistakes in this video, because the hour is so late, and maybe I can't gather my mind so easily. Yeah, thanks for watching, and stay with NoFap. Peace.